aims to help businesses land major contracts with the federal government is being sued by the Attorney General of Florida.
GSA Greenville is accused of making false and misleading claims and even lying to customers about who they are. WYFF News 4 Investigates Tim Muller is here with the exclusive story for us tonight. Tim?
Well, the company itself is headquartered in Florida, Michael and Gabby, but they have a huge satellite office in Greenville. In fact, we spoke to a man who used to work at that office. He says what's written in the Florida Attorney General's lawsuit is something he witnessed every day.
When Florida Attorney General Pam Bondi charged a company near Tampa with violating the state's Deceptive and Unfair Trade Practices Act on November 5th, we uncovered a Greenville connection, a branch of the same company doing business on Pelham Road. According to the lawsuit, GSA Greenville and GSA South Carolina were among the dozens of company names used to mislead customers around the country.
This company is doing a shell game.
This man, a former employee of the company who left to work for a business that also deals in federal contracts, spoke exclusively to WYFF News 4 Investigates on the condition we didn't show his face or reveal his name. We asked him about the claims and the lawsuit.
Does this come close to what you saw?
I think it's very accurate. I think it touches on a lot of their bad business practices.
The Florida lawsuit accuses the company of making false and misleading claims as to the likelihood of successfully landing a government contract. This while charging fees of $5,000 to $8,000. Salespersons, the lawsuit says, were assigned various aliases and business names. This former employee says calls from the Pelham Road office appear to be coming from cities across the country to make them seem bigger.
Phoenix, Arizona, Tucson, Arizona. There was Chicago, Illinois, Atlanta, Georgia, Des Moines, Iowa, Washington, D.C. Kind of went on and on.
You were encouraged to use a fake name.
They gave me an email out of corporate from Florida with a list of fake company names. They wanted me to pick one. Most of them were very bad names. I picked the best one that I thought, and then I picked the location, which was Atlanta.
He says the job paid good money, that some sales associates made several $1,000s a week, often by telling customers they qualified for government contracts when they didn't, which is also mentioned in the lawsuit.
Selling companies that there just really isn't a fit with them, or they didn't meet the criteria, knowing that, but just needed to get the sale, and anything to get the sale they would do.
WYFF News 4 Investigates tried repeatedly to contact the company on Pelham Road for comment. John Warren is listed in a press release issued by the company as president of Contract Award Services, one of the companies listed on the Florida Attorney General's lawsuit. In a 2013 court filing, he's listed as national sales director for another company on the list, GSA Applications.
How you doing?
When our calls and emails were not returned, we went to his office and found him.
You guys are private property.
I think you're John, aren't you?
You need to leave, gentlemen. This is GPE of the wrong company.
Right, but you're John Warren.
You have the wrong company.
Can we talk to you?
Not now.
Please.
No, please leave.
GPE is a new company not listed in the Florida lawsuit. Our source says GPE stands for GSA Program Experts. He showed us online reviews that say it too is a company that helps businesses land government contracts. Reviews that thank John Warren and his team.
We asked the Florida Attorney General's office how this legal action will affect the company's operations in Greenville, if at all. They wouldn't comment, saying their investigation is ongoing. We've also learned John Warren, who runs that Pelham Road office, is suing 3 of his former employees who left to start their own government contract business.
All right, Tim, thank you.